Yo, what the fuck is going on YouTube? It's your boy Fennekin. Got some KFC, got a KFC biscuit right here actually. But the reason why I'm making this video at 5:45 in the morning on a Tuesday is the freakiest shit just happened. Right? Not the freakiest, but something very extraterrestrial, I should say, happened. I'm obviously overthinking it, right? But it was weird, right? And I have to say it. I was actually going to put this on Facebook. Not this video, but this rant or this comment that I made on the thing that just happened to me like 15 minutes ago, right? But I'll get into it right now. So, you know, the lights turned off, by the way. I turned it on so you guys can see me, but during the whole thing, like, because it's 5 in the morning, I have the lights turned off, right? And I'm watching that 70s show while eating a biscuit, right? Or biscuits. Or I'm watching that 70s show. And, you know, I'm just chilling, right? I'm watching it, and I see in my blinds just yellow flashes, like just shooting in my bedroom, right? Or like just shooting at my bedroom, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So then, you know, I'm confused, right? And I get up off my bed and I peek through the blinds, right, just to make sure, yo, what's going on? And holy shit, it looked like the sun was like looking right at me, right? I'm fucking going wild. Not going wild, but I'm like going wild in my head. I'm like, what the fuck? I keep on looking at it to like make out what's going on, and holy shit, it looked like the thing was this close to me, right? It looked very like up close, right? Not like up close like it was like tapping the window, right? But up close as in like it looked like somebody built or like went up on the tree, right, and shined a self-made floodlight. You guys know what floodlights are? The thing that they have that those lights they have at football games, the stadium lights. It looked like someone made like a DIY version of those and just started shining them in my bedroom. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I close, I put the blind closed, right? I already have them closed, but I let go of the blind. I look around. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Right? The thing is like, it's going bipolar, right? It's going on and off, on and off, on and off, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I peek again. It's still pretty, like, it still looks like someone is, like, really up close, right? But I'm on the second floor. I don't, know what I mean? Right? And I'm confused, right? I'm looking around, and I know this is going to sound hilarious, but I'm looking around my room, and I'm like, is like the CIA after me? Right? Because I have been looking at public records of people, right? Like, because they're on the internet, right? I've been looking at public records, been looking at people's addresses, going to their addresses on Google Street View, looking at where they live, you know, looking at their family members on Facebook, you know, going through their details and stuff like that, finding out more about them and stuff like that. You know, I'm not looking through the criminal record, I'm just looking at their, you know, like where they live and stuff like that. I'm just curious. I'm not gonna go to their fucking houses, right? I'm just curious, right? It's like, oh yeah, this is a nice house. Oh yeah, that's where that's where they live. Oh, that's cool. I was thinking like, oh, you know, maybe like that shit's illegal now. Maybe it's not public records anymore. Maybe it's private records, right? And now they're, you know, maybe like the FBI or like CIA is like trying to, you know, crack down, right? That's what happens though when you watch a couple Fern videos beforehand. I was watching the one about the two kids that were fucking around with the CIA, with the head of the CIA, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? So then I look at the blinds, right, that are protecting me from this flash, right, and all next thing you know, I'm just seeing yellow. Just like a bright, light, yellow, shooting laser into my windows. And I'm so confused. I should have taken a video of it, not a photo. If I took a photo, it would have looked like I took a flash on my phone, right? Without taking the flash, it wouldn't have looked, right? But with the photo, I should have done that, right? And with a video, I should have just recorded the entire thing and like, what the fuck is going on? I should have done that, but I was in the heat of the moment. Oh, my bad. I was in the heat of the moment. So that's my bad. And I was so, like, concerned. I was confused. I was like, what's going on? I thought it was my neighbor's light, right? But I couldn't see because the light was so bright, right? And, you know, I closed the blind for a third time, right? And I'm just chilling, right? I'm like confused. I'm like, what's going on? And then the light just turns off, right? Or like, it doesn't turn off. It like kind of like, it dims down a little bit, right? And then I'm like, huh? And I open up my blind just to see like, okay, what's going on? Because it's like, the light has went down a little bit, has dimmed down. I can see what's going on. I look. It's a car. But the thing is, though, it looked like it was like face to face with my window, though, right? But like a few, like 10 feet out, right? If my measurement is correct or something like that, right? It didn't look like it didn't look as far. Okay, so there's a road all the way over there, right? It's like a road it's a road like this, right? It's not like a road where like, you know, unless like you turn your car in the middle of the road, right, and then shine your light at my window. That's the only way, right? You know, because it's a major street. It's not a major street, but it's a street that's, you know, with lights and stuff like that, right? With yeah, crossing lights and street lights and traffic lights. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know why I said. I don't know what it took me to get to that, but yeah, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And then the car, right? It like turns, right? It's like facing me, and then it turns left, right? And then it just, and then just goes the other way. I'm like, what the fuck? But the crazy thing is, though, I say extraterrestrial earlier in the video is because it's 5 in the morning, so it's a Tuesday. People are going to work, but it lasted for like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, right? Of just that, right? I'm so confused, right? That a light is just shining at my window, right? And next thing you know, the car just burnt, right? And I'm like, holy shit! I don't know if cars are like this now, but cars, I guess, have like bigger, you know, bigger LED lights, bigger headlamps, right? That can just shine bright like a diamond. And I'm like, whoa, man, what is going on? And I go back on the extraterrestrial thing. I say that because there's cars that just like, you know, just went by right afterwards, right? Like more cars than I don't know. Usually when it's 5, right, and I sometimes look out the window, right, like when it's around this time, there's not that much cars out, right? Obviously there's like the occasional cars and stuff like that, but it looked like after the car turned, just a bunch of cars just came just like flying down the road. I'm like, oh, is there like, what the hell is going on? Maybe, I'm just gonna assume, maybe it's because the person maybe was holding up the whole thing, right? And the cars were just waiting there, and then once they like, you know, turned and went the other way, maybe, you know, the cars that were waiting there moved, and the cars that were, you know, approaching them, that were slowing down, you know, went through. That's what I'm thinking of, right? But it was scary though, man. I don't know what the fuck I experienced. I don't know if that was like an alien car or what. I'm overthinking it more than likely. Hopefully this is not like a awakening. Like, hopefully I don't see an amoeba or a spirit or an anthropomorphic being that's not even, like, if I see like an anthropomorphic flower plant come and be like, taking you to the flower world. I'm like, no. But yeah, crazy moment. I know this video is 10 minutes long. I know. I apologize for that. I really do. But yeah, this video, it's crazy. Take care.